Hey there, Veda here. Welcome to the Recovery Oracle. I am Veda and I am in recovery myself from everything under the sun. I also have a few mental health diagnoses as well that I do not let hold me back in life. I am proud to be here and be a guiding light through the darkness that I've been through for those who are navigating the roads of their own recovery. Whether you are 17 days in, 17 years, or 17 hours, if you've stumbled upon this message today, there is something in here for you. So, all of that being said, let's get started. I ask that you like, share, and subscribe. If you know anybody else who is navigating recovery and could use this message of love and light, please do share it. Please comment and tell me where you're from, what you're going through, what your former favorite playthings were, and we can build a beautiful community of recovery together. I feel called to connect those in recovery with the spiritual side of things, with their spiritual fitness. I am also a certified personal trainer, so I definitely believe that the physical fitness aspect is very important in one's recovery. What I have here is the Sacred Geometry Activation Oracle. So we're going to start with one of these cards and just kind of get an overall vibe of the reading. Okay. Angels and guides, thank you for being here with me. Can you please bring through messages of love and light for the Recovery Collective, please? What do they need to know right now? Ooh. Authority. Okay. All right. Lay him down there. Okay, we have authority. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. So, that being said, you might possibly be stepping into a position of authority in your workplace, in your home, coming back into responsibility as a parent, and being receptive, wise, and loving, while powerful, directed, and realized. I think that there is a fine balance there, right? Being inspiring to others, leading without ego, coming from a heart space instead of a head space. When you have control over a situation or you are being put into a position of authority, I don't believe that you're above anybody else. I think, in fact, the opposite is true, and you become a servant to the people in a way. So it's really something that, to do it effectively, to be a noble king or queen, you have to come from a place of humility and being down to earth. These sacred geometry cards are really beautiful. So all of the colors and the colors and the shapes all have, there is a book that goes along with them, and there's a longer reading to it, but they all have significance. So what I'm seeing here is the green, right? The green represents the heart chakra, and the yellow being the solar plexus chakra, which is our authority, which is our confidence and our leadership center. So, but you can see that the green is obviously kind of over the top of that solar plexus spot. So, don't let it go to your head. Use your heart in leading and guiding. So, authority. All right. I think we're going to draw one more. Kind of say that's a big, broad thing. Let's see if there's one more that wants to come out for us, guides and angels. Anything else? There we go. Perception. Okay. And again, we've got a lot of green in this. So green with the heart space. There's also tones of blue, so throat chakra, and yellow again, so that's solar plexus. It says, the frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it, right? I think right now, not everything is as it seems. I think that there's a lot crumbling in the world that wasn't necessarily built on truth and has looked one way for a long time and kind of had the wool over our eyes, and now it's coming out that it just, it was never that way. I also feel like, what is real? I think real is an illusion. Knowing, that I'm literally I work with elementals and cosmic higher dimensional light beings, and the fairies and the elves and the and angels, and I think our perception of real is very, very, very small. I think we have a very, very small perception of reality to begin with. So, all right, I'd like to draw one from the what is it? Wisdom of the Oracle. Yes, Colette Baron Reed, Wisdom of the Oracle. Or let's go 1 to 3. I like these ones. Kind of give a vibe for the reading. So, angels and guides of unconditional love and light for my recovery collective, please. Anything that they need to know right now. Themes of the meeting. Ooh, I like that. One more. One more. Oh, ooh, we like all that. Okay. These are generally all good messages. I mean, even, if you think about, there's really nothing is bad or good. It just is, and it's all a lesson. It's all for our guidance. So we have message in a bottle. This usually means that there is some sort of correspondence on the way, some exciting news maybe, something having to do possibly in the material world with your finances, maybe some sort of celebration, somebody celebrating a birthday, somebody having a baby, somebody getting married. It's usually directed towards good news, so we'll read more into that with the book. We have serendipity. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. So serendipity is just like divine timing, synchronicities, there's no coincidences. It's definitely like divine intervention, things happening that are just seeing angel numbers. You want a red car, you're seeing red cars, seeing certain animals over and over that could be your animal spirit guides, right? And then clean it up. So we'll dig more into that. Clean it up isn't necessarily how it sounds, but I really do like the elk with the feather duster with the prayer flags, right? And I think that elks are kind of an authoritarian figure, so that could have something to do with our authority card here. Those sacred geometry cards are activations also, so it's a frequency being activated within your own light codes, within your own, your soul signature. So expect something possibly to change in your areas of authority and perception. You could have an unexpected role coming up that you need to have a certain perception on to be able to fulfill that role of leadership. Okay, I think there's a lot of people, especially like light workers and empaths, that are being called to step up and lead and be a kind of the new authority in this new earth, coming from love and light, right? So, okay, let's look at message in a bottle first. Message in a bottle, yes. So communication, a sign, a cledon, the ancient name for a spontaneous oracle delivered innocently by the speaker, pointing the way to your highest good. The oracle's message. Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens. Kind of has to do with the serendipity also. They may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck, and a song on the radio. Expect confirmation that you're pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open, for someone might just say the right thing that will give you the answer to your query. Today, your message is this: Spirit hears you and the reply is favorable. As a relationship message, you can expect someone to favor you with positive news. This could be in the form of a letter, phone call, or email. You are the intended receiver of this message, so stay open to what you learn. Only good will come of it in the end. The signs are all there. And the last one is the prosperity message, and it says you are on target with your purpose and your passion. You are coming into alignment with your destiny, and Spirit wants you to know that you're on the right track. Expect a call, a new opportunity, or a message from an old friend or business contact that will lead you closer to your dreams and greatest desires. Spirit has been listening to you. Those are all beautiful. Okay, so let's see. Serendipity. Oh, I flipped right to it. How serendipitous. Okay. Essential meanings: opportunity allied with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. So really, your perception needs to be on point right now. You have Spirit throwing loads of signs and symbols your way, and you have 2 cards just directly related to it, and a third if you count perception. It says you've stepped into alignment with the greater good, where your dreams and the collective dream resonate in exquisite harmony. Now is the time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could never have planned all by yourself. Keep in mind that you are a channel for providence right now, as a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the whole world. Your fortune becomes everyone's fortune. Everything you bring into being now will leave a wondrous legacy for others in the future. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. Expect the unexpected and smile, for Spirit loves you so very much. The relationship message in this card is Spirit has a plan, and that plan is to place you in front of the right person at the right time. You have met or are about to meet someone vitally important to your journey, someone Spirit wants to bring into your life. Only divine forces can plan this meeting. It is out of your hands. Pay attention to the signs Spirit presents. And the prosperity message is you are in the right place at the right time. Be grateful, for the stars are aligned in your favor and fortune is smiling on you. Victory and success are yours. The choices you have made in the past have prepared you for the opportunities now before you. This is your lucky moment. The timing is perfect. Excellent. Awesome. These are great messages. Okay, I don't know. I'm loving. I want to know my collective. I want to know you all. You got some good things coming your way. Okay. Number 21, clean it up. All right. So remember, he's the elk with the feather duster. So the essential meanings: getting to the core of a situation, freedom from a burden, cleaning house, sweeping away what is no longer needed. Ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home also? Too much work? Overwhelmed? Time to clean house. Every item out of place natters away at you. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now is the time to free yourself energetically. Cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. Every time I clean my space, every time I meditate and release what no longer belongs to me or what never belonged to me in my energetic space, things happen, good things come in. You have to make room for God to bring you your blessings. If you're cluttered, if you're crammed, if you're overwhelmed, there's nowhere for the good stuff to get in, right? So just being mindful of that. And that took me a long time to learn too, because I'm not really, I'm not the cleanest of people. My parents were meth addicts, and my mom was a raging violent alcoholic who never cleaned anything, and so I had to clean everything, and I kind of used to see it then as a punishment, so it was hard for me. Instead of seeing it from a place of taking pride in my space, I took it as I was in trouble for something. So it took me a long time to kind of revert my thinking and be like, you know what, this stuff is mine, and I worked hard for it, and this is my space where I want to be comfortable, and I want to feel comfortable having people over, so I'm going to keep it nice. Just taking pride in what you have, especially when you work so hard for it, especially when you lose your stuff over and over. I know I'm speaking to a recovery community. I'm not the only one who's lost all of my belongings, and not just one time either. But stuff is stuff, and we get more stuff, and we get better stuff, and we get new stuff. And then if we stay sober, we get to keep our stuff and get cooler stuff. So it's pretty cool too. The relationship message for Clean It Up. Time to clear the air. Take a look at your side of the street and say what's on your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that a spring breeze can flow through with new energy. It's the perfect time to do an inventory of your dynamics and see what's yours and what's not yours to clean up the relationship. Everyone brings some baggage. Sort through what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. Become unencumbered and your relationship will flourish. The prosperity message here is simple things like opening your mail, paying bills, sorting out your timetable, making lists, and getting organized is what this symbol means when it comes to your work. Make time for yourself too. This card is a sign that you may be overburdened and overwhelmed. It's okay to say no. You'll prosper even more if you do. That's setting boundaries right there. Ooh, I love setting boundaries now. I used to not be. I was very much a yes girl for a long time, and it feels good to set boundaries. It's a sign of strength. I think that people respect you more when you have strong boundaries for yourself, and it's a really good filter for getting the people out of your life that don't necessarily need to be there, that aren't doing any good for you, because the people that should be in your life will always respect your boundaries. Right? Okay, let's get on some tarot. I got the Zerner Farber deck, so I had the big cards. My very first reading that I did, where you can't see my face, or you see like my eye and my bangs. They're very large cards, but it's beautiful, beautiful artwork. And this deck, I think it came out in like the 90s or something, but she like hand collaged all the pieces of paper and fabric and like embroidery and all the little things together to make each picture of the 78 cards. So it's really well done. It's really beautiful. And these cards, they're little, so they don't have the borders on them like my big ones where I couldn't shuffle them. These actually are smaller than a normal tarot card, more narrow, and they shuffle really nicely. And guides and angels seem to like throwing them out. So let's do the Celtic cross spread. Okay, guides and angels, can I get first card for the center of the reading, please? 5 of Hearts. Thank you. And what covers that? The star. Beautiful. And what crosses those? Two of Wands. Okay. And at the seat, okay, and behind in the past, or supporting behind in the past, Nine of Wands. Okay. And what crowns? Oh, that's first. Princess of Pentacles. It's a new opportunity, crowning the reading. Okay. What guides and angels in the near future, please? Thank you. Princess of Swords, information coming in. Okay. And at the foot, the viewer. Oh, how they see themselves, right? Yeah, they see themselves. Oh. Awesome. King of Wands. And their environment, where things influencing. Seven of Hearts. Seven of Cups. And hopes and fears. Hopes or fears. I'm going to take that one. And take that one also. Okay. Ooh. Hopes or fears. Hopes coming in fast. Ten of Hearts with Chariot. That's like 10 of Cups with Chariot. That's happily ever after. Okay. And the overall outcome. And both of those flips. So we've got Four of Swords, Five of Pentacles in reverse with the Four of Swords. So this is like getting out of lack, poverty, and getting rest and going within. Okay, I'm going to take both of those also. Okay. All right, let's break this down. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. So, bottom of the deck, kind of just like kind of a overall vibe. This is the Queen of Swords. So she is very discerning. She is very logical, practical, to the point. Not a lot of emotion. Some would say sharp tongue. Very much left brain logic thinking, right? At the base of the reading, or kind of overall. In the middle, you have you and what crosses you. So Five of Hearts is Five of Cups and what's crossing. So it's the Five of Cups in the Rider-Waite Tarot is grief. It's disappointment. It's letting go of something. You have that with the Star, which is like can mean just directly like you being seen. It's also like wish fulfillment. So it looks like there's something with letting go, leaving something behind so that you can step into this Star energy. And what's crossing that is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is all about looking ahead, planning for the future, right? Looking to see, you know, making a plan for what's next. Okay, so pretty good energy. It looks like you're leaving something behind to show up in that Star power, and you're making plans on how to do it. Okay, and then at the seat of the reading, which is kind of the soul, like the seat, you know, what you are sitting on, what's kind of like supporting you right now, what's supporting that, is the Eight of Swords. This card did kind of come out in reverse. So Eight of Swords, this is this is about strategy, right? And the Rider-Waite, she's blindfolded and she's surrounded by swords, and she has to kind of figure out how to get out of the situation. What's not covered with a blindfold is her third eye, her perception, right? So it's kind of using it's perception. It's perception. So um, perception is literally the seat of your reading. You might be changing your perception on what life looks like, what leaving something behind so that you can step into your stardom, and making plans to do that. You're changing your perception. And then in the past you have the Nine of Wands, which is boundaries, right? It's working, it's over time, it's a lot of action, it's long, it's like the end of a cycle. It's grueling. He's standing there with his crops, all his 9 wands. They all have new life, new growth on them. He has a bandage on his head, like he's just worn out and tired. It's been a long process that you've gone through, and it looks like that's behind you now, and you've left something behind, change your perception to step into the star, and deciding where to go next. Because crowning the reading, you've got the Princess of Pentacles. So you have a new opportunity coming in. This is a new material opportunity. Anything in the 3D, but often Pentacles has to do with financial gains, right? So some new opportunity. Crowning the reading has helped you switch your perception so that you can step into this star role, plan to get those pentacles. And we have the Princess of Swords in the near future, so you've got some sort of communication coming in that you're not aware of in the near future. Some sort of communication, some sort of contact, possibly about a new job, a new opportunity, and maybe possibly something that you wouldn't have had until you had to switch that perception, and you had to kind of look in your future and plan for it. And now it's on its way. Because at the foot of the line here, we have how you are feeling right now, how you're seeing yourself, and you've got this King of Wands energy, right? So this is fiery action, this is leadership, this is go get 'em. This is confidence. This is not fear-based living at all. This is living out of love for yourself and getting things done and making shit happen. And then how you are being perceived, or your environment right now, is the Seven of Hearts, which is also the Seven Cups, which is you've got options. So you're kind of, and maybe too many options. So you're looking at quite a few different options. I see in your hopes and or fears, or maybe what you're not aware of. And that is the Chariot came out with the Ten of Hearts. So the Ten of Hearts is all about family, happiness, abundance. You can see it's him, her, kids, the whole family, and flowers, and they're celebrating, and it's just a lovely, lovely life. And that showing up with the Chariot means that you've got something coming in rather quickly that is going to give you this happiness. It's on its way to you. Some sort of wish fulfillment coming quickly. And the outcome, the overall outcome, heading the reading, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So this is kind of poverty, right? And in the upright, it's poverty, it's struggle, it's the struggle. It can be addiction, it can be, it's lack in the material world. It's literally like two, people out in the cold. It's like being left out in the cold. It can be something that was done to you. You are leaving that. And you're stepping into this energy, Four of Swords energy, which is rest. Literally on this card, it's Buddha. It's meditation, it's rest, it's looking within, it's taking time to yourself to look within. Overall, this is a pretty beautiful reading. It looks like you're stepping into your power. It looks like you have fulfilling opportunities in relationships, in finances, in the overall structure of your life. So wherever you are in your recovery, you're killing it. This is absolutely beautiful. I would say that something to do with your words, you setting boundaries and being logical, you switching your perception and leaving behind this there was some sort of heartbreak, there was some sort of letdown. This could have to do something with addiction, or this could have something to do with a relationship, and really being discerning, using your words, setting your boundaries with this Queen of Cups. That's going to be imperative for you to reach that 10 of Hearts and that 4 of Swords. So just be stand your ground, you know. Okay. Always leading with the heart, but that doesn't just mean loving everybody else and not sacrificing your own boundaries. I'm sure some of you have heard of a thing called codependency, right? And that's not having love for ourselves. When we're sacrificing our needs for other people constantly to the point of where we're depleted, we can't show up as our best self for them, and that's no good. I could get clarifiers on let me see if we can get any more details on what this Princess of Pentacles is for you coming in, that's crowning the reading. And I'm going to use the Pamela Eakins Tarot of the Spirit, which is very much a different complex deck, but one card gives a pretty thorough answer. So guides and angels, for the greatest and highest good of the collective, coming from unconditional love and light only, can you clarify this Princess of Pentacles, the reading, please? Clarify the Princess of Pentacles. What does this mean? Mother Fire. So Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands. So action, opportunity, fire, passion. Passion. Something. Okay, so this Princess of Pentacles, this pentacle, this material thing coming in is something that you're going to be super passionate about. Being a mother, there's always mothers are always water, so it's emotion, it's emotionally passionate, and that kind of balances out. A mother fire is a pretty even keeled, emotionally balanced, not making any like jump the gun decisions. Again, use that Queen of Swords. Be really discerning, right? Be really discerning and practical and logical and level-headed, but you've got something that you're very passionate about, something creative, something action-oriented, coming your way very quickly here. So that's awesome. That's beautiful. See if we can clarify this Princess of Swords and see what this information is about that's in your near future. Can you clarify the Princess of Swords, please? Guides and angels for their highest and greatest good. Okay, the cross, 10 of Wind. So 10 of Wind is 10 of Swords. This is stabbed in the back. Quite frankly, the 10 of Swords is very hurtful words. It's deceit. It's betrayal. It's a very painful ending. And with the Princess of Swords here, it looks like you're coming out of this very painful ending. I'm getting some news, possibly, about a truth. Right? Swords are always truth. I remember this 10 of Wind is a 10 of Swords. So these are both the same suit, just different decks. So you've got the Princess or the Page of Swords on the 10 of Swords. So kind of news about something that might have hurt you in the past coming in. And I don't see this as a bad thing, because you're showing up in this King of Wands. You've got options, and you're coming out with this 10 of Hearts quickly. And no, it's all beautiful. And just going in with the 4 of Swords and getting out of that lack struggle, left in the cold. That's kind of like an addiction card too. So yeah, this is all good stuff. This is good stuff. This is something that's going to make you very happy. Beautiful. Great. Thank you, guys and angels, for coming through so clearly. I should say on the bottom of the deck, on the bottom of this deck, we have the Magus, the Magician. So with that, that could be something that you've been manifesting for a while, right? So something you've been manifesting that you're passionate about, a creative adventure or something is coming in relatively quickly. I'm going to bring you that 10 of Hearts, that happily ever after. That's awesome. That's awesome. And it doesn't look like it's something that you're going to have to, like, you know, work hard, because you've got the Magician here and you've got the Four of Swords here. So if anything, Spirit's telling you to rest and recuperate, and you're like manifesting this. So with this new Earth, you know, this new Earth paradigm is all about work smarter, not harder, and be aligned. You know, if you are aligned with your soul's purpose here on this planet, Spirit is going to take care of you financially. When you're aligned, we don't have to work hard if we're doing what we're supposed to do for humanity, to raise the vibration of the planet, to raise the vibration of ourselves, to heal our, you know, our ancestral traumas, our childhood wounding, our traumas for previous lives. Like, if we're doing all the things that our soul signed up to do, and you know, you can find that out by looking at your natal chart. Look where your north node is. That'll tell you the direction you're supposed to go. Like, my north node is in Pisces, so I'm literally meant to, like, heal, help, guide, teach others, and let go of what my Virgo is my star sign. I'm a Virgo, September 5th, so I'm supposed to let go of that perfectionism in this life and get over that things having to be perfect before I do, you know, before I do anything, because then I don't do anything. Like, this isn't perfect to me, and this is me getting over my perfectionism and just letting it be, and being authentic and being a human being, and showing other people that you know, this is the beauty of sobriety, is getting in touch with your soul self. I'm so, like, addicted to being like one with source, to being connected to God like 24/7, and just like having that, like, the divine channel of light, like between my crown chakra and the divine, and just that clear communication line, that I don't want to put anything in my body that's going to disrupt that. Now that I've experienced, like, this, my own divinity, I am so set in just like magnifying that and just like chomping into that as much as possible. And I know I have to live like regular life and do like regular like human things and have this human experience, but it's just like completely changed my outlook on like using substances or ever going back. I really, like, my spiritual fitness is a huge part of me having sustainable recovery this time. It's really cool. It's freeing. It's very, very freeing. Okay, let's we're going to do a couple Oracle of the Radiant Sun. These cards just have a word on them, and the word often does not line up with what the actual meaning is. Every card is like a star and planet, your your zodiac and a planet. So it's like Virgo and Mars, or Aries and Saturn, whatever they are. So and they all are different things. We'll go to the book for their meanings, but we'll see what angels and guides want to bring through for you. All right. I'm sure nobody's gonna have to hold the top down to like fast forward me 2 folds so that they can get through the reading faster, because I speak pretty quickly. I hope you can catch what I'm saying. Okay, let me catch what I'm saying. Catch these messages. Guides and angels, for the highest and greatest good of this beautiful recovery community, coming from, through, with, and in unconditional love and light only. Messages from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun for this recovery collective, please. Impulsiveness. Oh, don't we know it? All right, so that's that impulsiveness. That is what I was saying about being discerning and using logic right? Mother fire, right? So with what's coming in, whatever's coming in, just make sure that you're being very discerning and logical. Double check, especially with Mercury in retrograde. Don't make any impulsive decisions right now. Risk. So we'll go through what the book has to say about these. These are both ones also. So 11, we've got 11 showing up here. Oh, and I forget to do the numbers. See, I'm terrible at that. Let's see, we have 5, 8, 9. We have 2 princesses. We have a 10, a 17, a 7, another 10, 2 4s, 2 4s, 2 7s, 2 10s, and we have 10 over here, 35, 15, 18, and 21. So anybody that is following numbers, birthdays, could be lucky numbers, could be synchronizing numbers. I know, like, just angel numbers, like doubles and triples of everything have been showing up for me like crazy constantly lately. Okay, what else? Guides and angels. Ooh. And the other half. I have to grab half the deck at a time. Wow. Okay. That's a lot of cards. We're going to break this down as quickly as we can here. We're going to get these guys out the door at some point. I'm sure people have to work. Okay. Another 2. So we have 2 6s. So here we have. And so I will read the definitions so you guys don't go thinking that these are bad things. The single word is often not what they end up meaning, but we do have 2 6s, 2 1s here so far. We've got, let's see. Oh, there's a third one. With lust. So far we have lust, impulsiveness, risk, criticism, caution, devotion, vision, organization, friendship, discovery, detachment, drama. And again, these aren't all pointed at you. These could be things going on in your life through other people. These could be other people's energies that are just very close to you. Excitement, isolation, and companionship. So there's another 6. So we have 3 6s, 2 7s, 3 4, 5, 3 4 5, and 10, 9, 10, and 11. 9, 10, 11, 12 actually. So we're missing an 8 on the table, and no 8s, no 2s. It's the only thing we don't have. Which, dang it for the 8s, because that's our abundance number. I always like 8s. 8s is like abundance. Okay, so let's get through these. I am not going to read the entire page, just so you guys know. I'm going to read the overall, just the last little sentence that when this is dealt in reading what it means. So, we don't have one in sun. Our only sun card is vision, so, and that's number 12. So, our sun card. This is the sun in Pisces. Maybe you are a Pisces sun. And it says vision. When this card is selected, the questioner may be dreaming of escape in the form of a long-distance voyage or other get-away-from-it-all activity. The vision card may also indicate a new interest and very often some ability in psychology and or psychic research. It suggests that at some time in the future, the person asking the question may be involved with a large institution and that service to others will provide great satisfaction, recognition, and fulfillment. Events, a sacrifice, a mystery, or confusion of imagination and reality, a chance to escape, a miracle, situations in which one loses the plot. Tell me in the comments below how that might relate to you, to your sign, to somebody that you know. So in the moon cards, we've only got one moon, one sun and one moon. Okay. And then the moon card, we have companionship. And I'm going to go ahead and cover that because those ladies, YouTube's not going to like that. Sorry, guys, but YouTube won't like that. There's 4 of them there. This is Moon in Libra. Oh no, I'm Moon in Cancer. I'm Libra rising. Moon in Libra. I feel like the moon... something's in Libra right now. Okay. Moon in Libra, moon security, Libra, sense of justice and beauty. When this card is chosen, it often indicates a marriage or relationship entered into purely for emotional and domestic security. Because of the moon's link with the home and Libra's usual good taste, the companionship card will indicate someone who has a beautiful home. See what I mean? They're not like, what's what they mean. Events, beautifying the home, discussions about business or contracts, seminars, teamwork, new friendships, and social meetings. Okay. In the next planet, Moon's not a planet, they consider it a planet in this. They leave some planets out. We have Mercury, the suit of change. So what do we have in Mercury? Oh, we've got quite a few. Okay. Or not. Yeah. We've got 4 in Mercury. So we have excitement, number 3. Start there. Excitement. We like that. Excitement, number 3. This is Mercury or Gemini. Gemini or Mercury. When this card appears in a reading, it usually indicates that the questioner will benefit from a period of busy, communicative socializing with plenty of short trips related to the question. Negatively, the excitement card can denote constant changing of the mind, a jumping from one decision to the next with equal excitement and enthusiasm that annoys others. You know what, if you're enthusiastic and it annoys others, they are just not, vibing as high as they could be themselves. That has nothing to do with you. Events, a publicity campaign, a new subject for study, an opportunity to make a speech, an important decision, changing one's mind on an important issue, or a busy social calendar. Excitement, Mercury and Gemini. Again, if your placements coincide with any of these cards, please let me know. I would love to see how that all works into this reading. Okay, number 5, we have drama. And it's got the Leo. Yep, it is. It's Mercury and Leo. So, it's got the Leo lion, like a Celtic knot. These cards are so cool. The artwork is so cool. So, and you can go so beyond. You can figure out what's going on at 3 o'clock, 2 years from now in September, if you really wanted to with these cards. It's crazy. Often when this card is drawn, again, this is Mercury and Leo and Mercury, it indicates pride in the intellectual achievements of children or young people close to the questioner. It can concern pushing those concerned to even greater efforts. There is always a flirtatious element surrounding Leo, and often this card reveals a brief affair more concerned with words than physical activity, love letters perhaps. An extravagant presentation, grand occasion, holding court, mental feats, a creative interest entered with flamboyance, a love affair through correspondence. Interesting. Any of you guys have online relationships going on, corresponding with some potential, you know, some potential people? Let me know how it relates in the comments, please. I'd love to hear. I'm so excited to read the comments and see like how this reading just like vibes with people, because I know it baffles me, the readings that I watch for myself online, how it's just so like, it's such clear, like, smack you in the face proof that we are all connected and we are all one, like we're on frequencies. There's no doubt about it. And angels and guides use the algorithms of YouTube. It's incredible how they use them to just kind of, you know, it's almost like YouTube is a giant oracle. So discovery, number 9, Mercury, change, Sagittarius. So it's Mercury and Sagittarius. When this card is drawn in a reading, the questioner may meet someone of this type who becomes an influence. Alternatively, the inquirer may find a need to develop by expanding his or her knowledge of the world. Events, a visit for someone abroad, learning a foreign language, planning a long trip, discovering a philosophy or religion, following a guru or mentor, involvement in politics. Oh, not going to go there. And you know what? Because I'm not, I don't. Like, I'm trying to hold on to my vital life force as much as possible. And since I'm not running for office, I don't. That's one thing that I used to spend a lot of time hurting as a psychic empath. I would literally physically hurt for people all over the world. But I wasn't running for office, right? It's just sucking the life force out of me when there was nothing I could do about it. So unless you are being the change you want to see in the world, I don't recommend wasting your time watching that stuff right now. It's literally sucking people's life force out. I was watching Angie Hipple, this lady that channels this collective of 350,000 angels, and they were like, do not watch the news. So 350,000 angels, you know, they're all seeing, all knowing, higher dimensional light beings. We're saying stay away from that stuff. It's sucking your life force away. I'm listening. Okay. Organization. We love it. Me, Virgo, here. We have Mercury in Capricorn. When this card is drawn, it indicates that hard, conscientious work is required in order to achieve long-term aims, or solve an immediate problem. Events, a need for extreme patience, discussion about discipline and control, taking a position of responsibility, working with someone famous. So what are we talking about? Authority, right? Perception and taking on a position of authority and something you're going to be really passionate about. Options, this King of Wands energy, right? This is authority, this is leadership. And see, that was the organization card. You wouldn't think that, see, they don't all, you have to really read what the meanings of these cards are. And I see some readers just use these and draw them and say the word and be done with it. And I'm like, wait, the word that has actually nothing to do with the meaning. Go back, read the book. Read the book for them. Okay. 6. I mean, it's like a general thing, but it often surprises you reading the meaning how much more there is to it than, you know, this card says caution. So, let's see, you know, that's going to have more to do than just caution. Oh, again, this is Mercury in Virgo. So, change, imperfection, and service. In a reading, this card usually indicates a need to, I think Virgo's at home. And doesn't Mercury rule Virgo, right? That's why we're like right at home there. Okay. In a reading, this card usually indicates a need to carefully examine the pros and cons of a problem before taking any action. Virgo doesn't rush heedlessly into things. Although the card indicates a specialist, as with all Mercury contracts, it holds the potential for more than one skill to fall back on in an emergency. Events, detailed craft work, cataloging, laborious task needing care, and patience. A laborious task needing care and patience. Sorry about that word. Restoration of order at work, and a need to plan ahead. Caution. Mercury and Virgo. Okay, we're out of the Mercury cards. Oh, hey, we did have another moon card. Moon, friendship. It looks like, Cancer. Moon in Cancer? Oh, Moon in Cancer. Number 4. Yeah. Oh, we got Moon in Cancer. This is me. I'm right at home here. Friendship. When this card occurs in a reading, it indicates a shrewd business ability if the questioner dares launch out on his or her own. Often when the friendship card occurs, it highlights an almost psychic sensitivity to the thoughts and feelings of others. The person asking the question may be called upon in the future to act as a shoulder to cry on for a close friend or a family member. Events, situations such as important family gatherings and celebrations of anniversaries, inheritance of heirlooms, genealogy, distant relations, moving house, sharing a friend or family member's problem. Beautiful. See, that had so much more to do with just friendship. It's like psychic sensitivity, shrewd business ability if you launch out on your own, inheritance of heirlooms, genealogy. I mean, there's so much more to that card. Moon in Cancer. Tell me how it relates, guys. Okay, let's move on to... We did Mercury. Next planet, Venus. What do we have in Venus? We have lust and detachment. Don't worry, don't worry. Okay, lust. Oh, boobies again. Can't show the boobies. So it's like a naked lady with a what is it? It's not a. It's a chameleon, with a chameleon and a volcano, and this is Venus and Aries, love and self-will. Sorry about my crappy fingernails, you guys. Okay. When this card is drawn, it indicates a need to assert oneself, and yet to do this with the utmost warmth and charm. The hard hand in a velvet glove may be the answer. Events, a brief wild love affair, a love battle, a fighting, sparring relationship, or a love channel. Or a love challenge. Excuse me, a love challenge. Love channel. Why is that? That's something I should be channeling right now, guys. Something that wants to come through. So I took this unfolding class at the Spiritualist Church last week, and it was so cool. It's like about unfolding your psychic abilities, and I got to channel, like, clearly for the first time to another person and have them like validate it. Where I'm not like sometimes I feel like I'm tapping into somebody's energy, or I know what they're thinking, but to actually consciously do it and be like, hey, I brought up this guy, this lady that came to my mind thinking about this guy, and he's like, oh yeah, that was my mentor like 20 years ago, and his dad's job is a steel like worker in New York. Those things came flash to my mind, and we were practicing on each other, and he's like, yeah, that was my mentor years ago, and that was my dad, that was his job. So that was really cool. I'm like, yeah, I can do it. So, I think we all have these abilities, and it's just really tapping into it. And these are the things we get to do when we're sober. Be psychic, right? Be healers. Be light workers. Like, literally, like, we have magical powers. All of us. Like, start tapping in. You guys are so beyond capable of far more than you probably know. Detachment, number 11. Venus in Aquarius. When this card is drawn in a reading, it may indicate a detached feeling with regard to one's relationship. Negatively, it can mean that there is no means of making contact. A sudden love affair with a friend, an unusual free love relationship, an unusual or odd relationship, a couple living separate lives, and an agreement between lovers. So what are you guys going through right now? Tell me about it. Tell me about your love life. Spill the tea. I want to know. Is this some juicy stuff going on? Okay. And I hope it's all good stuff. I hope everybody is finding, the love of their lives right now. we all deserve to have that love, but often we have to learn to love ourselves before we can accept the love we deserve, right? So work on loving yourself. If you don't right now, know that I love you, and know that you have like an entire spiritual team of angels, ascended masters, higher dimensional light beings, elementals, deities, former, parallel, previous, present, future versions of yourself, your highest eternal soul self, all of your ancestors, your bloodlines, like all rooting for you to have your best life, all loving you unconditionally and working behind the scenes, you know, in different dimensions, in this dimension, doing what they can to protect you, to guide you, to direct you to your highest timeline, right? So know that you, I mean, that is love. That is like, that's huge love, right? We have all these beings that we can't even see trying to direct us to our best path. So I hope you feel loved now. And if you need me to pray about anything for you, I'm happy to do that. So please reach out in the comments and feel free. Let me know if you'd like me to pray for you, and I'd be happy to do that. Impulsiveness. We have impulsiveness, Mars in Aries, action, self-will. When this card is drawn in a reading, it shows that some kind of physical and or competitive action is necessary for the well-being of the person asking the question. A challenge that requires courage, proving oneself by tackling the unknown, acting on impulse in a sudden situation, leading others with enthusiasm into a new venture. Impulsiveness. See, impulsiveness, action, self-will. That's that. That's this King of Wands. That's this fire energy. Two of Wands, Nine of Wands. All this fire, fire, fire. Mother fire. You've got to, that's Queen of Wands. A lot of wands here. A lot of fire, a lot of action. So impulsiveness, balance it with this sword energy of like logic, practical, use your words, set your boundaries, discernment. And you can't go wrong. You're getting those hearts, that emotional fulfillment, and you're getting that material fulfillment. Impulsiveness. Okay. What do we got next? Criticism. We're almost there, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna put a cap on how many guides throw out next time, because this video is just gonna take forever to load to YouTube now. Yeah, that's the thing, is like I've got to figure out my system, because I have to get it off a GoPro and then onto my computer and then onto YouTube, and getting it to GoPro takes hours, and getting it from GoPro onto my computer takes hours, and then getting from my, anyways. So I would like a half-hour episode takes me like a day to get uploaded if I can do it. So we'll see. This is much longer than a half an hour by now. I know it is. Longest reading yet. Hope you don't have anywhere to be. I should probably put that in the title somewhere. Like, start this if you have half a day to sit and watch it, or save it and watch it later. You can always save videos, and you can create playlists on your, I don't know if you know that, on your own page. You can create your own. What was that? Did anybody else hear that? An interesting noise. You can create your own playlists to organize videos and watch them later. Like I have my meditation ones, my morning meditations, night meditations, higher education. I have like all these different playlists sorted out so that I can go to them later. Okay, you don't have anything in this planet. Saturn. There we go, Saturn. Risk. All right, this is one of the first cards pulled. Okay, risk. Let's get through this. Saturn, ambition, Aries, self-will. Saturn and Aries. When this card is drawn in a reading, it indicates a tendency to take everything too seriously, and shows that allowing a sense of humor to express itself in the current situation will not denigrate conscientious work in any way. It is time to relax and take a measured risk. Events, a justified risk taken to provoke new possibilities. A sudden, regretted action after a long bout of concentrated and patient work. Pushing oneself into a position of power through intense work. Saturn in Aries. Okay. And we have devotion. Oh, and isolation. Okay, let's go. Isolation's first. Number 6. This is Saturn in Virgo. Ambition, perfection, and service. We love that. Okay, when this card appears, it always indicates an immediate need to let up on oneself, to take a break from the pressure of working matters that are of one's own making. Quality checking a project, reorganizing to increase efficiency, working for long periods alone, setting standards for oneself that are too high. Isolation, Saturn in Virgo. See, that quality checking a progress, that has nothing to do with, I mean, working for long periods alone is isolating, I guess, but setting high standards for yourself, isolating, I guess, because you're kind of like making it impossible to get to. Okay, devotion, Saturn in Libra. In a reading, this card indicates the dangers that the questioner may, in a desire to please all, promise more than he or she can possibly achieve. This results in a hopeless situation of attempting to meet obligations that cannot be successfully completed. Events, taking part in a legal case, drawing up an agreement of importance, a relationship with a great age difference, or a long-lasting marriage. Any of you guys dating younger or older? Let me know. I've been there. My ex, who took his life on my birthday 2 years ago, yeah, that threw me into a spiral. He was 24 years older than me, and a miserable old git. He was just miserable. So, he's, I'll just leave it at that. Hopefully he's not anymore. Criticism. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to take it all. But full disclosure, right? I'm going to be very open and honest on this page, on this channel, because that's what recovery is about. And I know that I'm not the only one who's been through hard things. So we can open up a conversation with that. If any of you have had loved ones take their own lives, any partners pass away or take their own lives, and you want to talk about it, I'm here to talk about it, right? Here to talk about it, make it easier. When we push things down and we don't process them, they damage our energetic systems and our fields, and block our chakras, and block us from our abundance is our birthright and all of the things, and that's not fair to us. But it's hard to go through feeling the emotion, but if you can get through the feeling it, process it, get through it. Because the feeling of getting through it is temporary. The feeling of holding on to it is forever and affects all kinds of other things that it doesn't need to. And then it can just, it washes through you, processes, it goes away eventually. With time, it goes away and it clears out. Criticism, Mars in Virgo, action, perfection, and service. In a reading, we read this one. Okay, never mind. We're done there. Woo! 24 Oracle, the Radiant Suns later. Jesus Christ. That was that was enough. That was enough. I think that was plenty. I think I never want to read one of those cards again. And I only read the last sentences of them, of their little short meaning. I didn't read what the whole planet in that house, in that sign, there's a whole page actually that is the meaning for each card. So there's a lot more to it. So if you do a private reading with me, everything will be very, very, very thorough. And speaking of that, so personal readings, custom-made meditations, like If you're, you know, if you're a depressed alcoholic with insomnia, I can make you meditation. I can make you a sleep meditation. I can make you a wake up in the morning meditation, a midday meditation. If you are a meth addict with, you know, or a former meth addict with OCD and bipolar, I can, you know, that'll be an interesting meditation. I'll make it work. I'll make it happen. I enjoy a challenge. So throw your DOC at me with your, you know, your coinciding diagnosis, if you have one of those with your addiction or not, or, you know, even if you're not, if they make a great gift for people who aren't in recovery. You're just like, hey, I made you, or, you know, I had made your own custom meditation specific to like your needs and wants and desires and issues. It's a very, very cool personal gift. So all of those offerings, and including my personal training, physical personal training services, all of that is in the Buy Me a Coffee link on my channel page, at the top of the channel page, and also I'll put it in the description box as well. But it's Buy Me a Coffee / Vedaruth, VEDARUTH. And you can go there and just say hi and send me $5 if you want to. It's not necessary, but anything and everything's appreciated. These readings are free, and I hope that they reach everybody that they are meant to, that can use them and gain something from it. We're going to close the reading with Lightworkers Oracle. This is a beautiful new Oracle deck I got, and this is the last reading I'm going to do for you guys, you know, for at least a day. So I'm gonna, let's see, I'm gonna cut the deck in half. Start with this half. I'll let one fling out from each half. We'll do two or three. Angels and guides, for the greatest and highest good of this collective, Lightworkers Oracle, please. 1, 2. What did I just say, you guys? Everybody has talents. So, on the bottom of the deck, Orbs of Light. Ooh, that's so pretty. I love the artwork on these. I'm kind of glad there's one that's got some pretty raging boobies with it. I'm glad that one didn't come out. So, number 39 with Divine Talents. And number 13, my lucky number, Trust in the Plan. Let me know if that's your lucky number too. A birthday. You might be 39 with a 13-year-old child. Who knows? 39 with a favorite number 13. Trust in the Plan. Aren't those beautiful? Divine Talents. So what was I saying? We all have spiritual abilities. Can't get to those when you're drunk and high. You know, it's impossible. So let's read about these spiritual abilities. Shoot, I got that. I gotta go grab that book. Hold on a second. I've got no pants on. Just kidding. I do. I thought it'd be funny if I didn't, but I do. I just have sweatpants on. I don't match my top. I've thought that before with different tarot readers. I'm like, I wonder if they're wearing pants. Because, you know, we wouldn't have to. Nobody would know. I've got a sense of humor, okay? Just, you know. Or at least I think I do. My dad thinks I'm a catch. Okay. Number 39, Divine Talents. You are a talented soul. Over many lifetimes, you have developed your spiritual abilities to channel higher awareness, attracting healing energy and radiate light to uplift the consciousness of those around you. Your divine talents are many and uniquely expressed through you. Your talents do not have to resemble those of another to have their own inestimable value. Do not be afraid to use them. Divine talents are a way in which the universe reminds us of what we are here to do. Divine talents are unlimited. They include the ability to channel spiritual guidance and healing energy, to perceive clairvoyantly, and to be psychic and empathic. Other spiritual talents are the ability to release earthbound spirits, earth healing techniques such as working with energy grids, as well as a healing ability with crystals and the many and varied technologies of light. There are other spiritual talents too. These include writing, performing, sound healing, dancing to awaken awareness, creating art, photography, or divine inspired tools and jewelry. Cooking food that heals the body and spirit is a spiritual talent, as are the abilities to bring people together, to offer comforting and inspiring words at the right time, to help others overcome fear and feel more at peace in moments of importance, and more. You could use your divine talents in your career as a healer, in your work in the corporate world, or in your stay-at-home role as a parent, helping to raise more conscious, secure, and empowered children in a world that is in desperate need of strong, spiritually grounded leaders for the future. You can use your talents to create a vocation that truly inspires you and brings your light to the world. You can use them in the line at the grocery store. The point is that you use them. This oracle comes to you with a message. You have spiritual talents, some of which have been developed in other lifetimes and will simply and suddenly spring back to life as if from out of the blue in this lifetime. Others need a little more attention, patience, and effort to be brought to life in the world. This is particularly the case for you at this time if you have also drawn or attracted to read the message of the oracle of past life activation. Okay. Sometimes there is a fear in sharing talents. You may have a subconscious or a very conscious past life recollection that involves shame, isolation, ridicule, fear, or even torture or death as a response to you sharing your talents for healing and helping others. Like the witch wounds, right? That's a very real thing. Maybe you fear your spiritual talent will not allow you to meet your material needs, or that others will reject or deny your talent, even if you know it to be authentic and helpful. Okay. Keep developing your talents until your own unique expression comes to life. Don't give up in the early and possibly awkward stages, dismissing your abilities as less than those of another. Trust that there is something very real and worthwhile in you. Do not dismiss or diminish your potential. Treat yourself as an investment worthy of development. It's that self-love. Give yourself a chance, enough time, attention, and practice to discover what you are really capable of. The universe knows. Soon you shall too. Oracle reminds you to do what makes you happy, to chase your sacred bliss and express yourself in the world via the unique and special abilities that the divine has bestowed upon you. When you follow what you love, you are on your life path, and you shall succeed, beloved. I love that. Wow. Doesn't that just tie right the F in with everything that, everything I was saying. Thank you, angels, guides, God on the Most High. Thank you for that beautiful message. There's an invocation here, you guys. So I'm going to read it, and then I will show it to the screen so you can screenshot if you want and save it for later. The invocation is to activate these divine talents of your own right. It says, all loving universe. You can say, I say, God on the Most High, my angels and guides. You know, you can, whoever, Allah, whoever your higher power is. You know, some people's higher power is a bag of peanut butter M&Ms. I think you could do a little better than that, but peanut butter M&Ms are pretty good. All loving universe. Teach me to realize and trust in my divinely given talents. I ask for your unconditionally loving assistance in releasing any block or obstacle to the full development and joyful expression of my spiritual gifts in the world. Help me find the courage and boldness within that I need to believe in myself and be completely empowered to make my loving contribution to the world. Through my own free will and divine merciful grace, so be it. To the screen there. Hopefully you can see that. Screenshot that. Pause it. Screenshot it. And, you know, just lay down and meditate. And when you're in a state of meditation, say that and go to sleep. Sleep on it. Record any of your dreams. Notice, something might come to you in your dream. Might come to you randomly, at the grocery store the next day, at work. You might, to become psychic, clairvoyant, clairsentient, any of the clairs. You might have special clair smelling. To smell things from really far away. Who knows? And like they said, it's stuff. Writing, cooking. Cooking is spiritual. Everything is spiritual because we're all spirit, right? And you can make a ritual out of everything. Everything is sacred. Everything is spiritual. Everything has a purpose, a cause, and meaning. And if you just put intention behind whatever you're doing, put intention. When people say you put love into the food, like that's spiritual. That's you're literally like creating a spell, a potion for your family to eat. You're putting your love into it for it to go, your love to go into them. That's some witchcraft. It's good witchcraft. We like it. Love and light. Trust in the plan, number 13. In preparation for radical growth, there can be temporary disorder and chaos. Whilst the mind may worry that something is going wrong, the spirit knows that this is the way for the old to disassemble so the new can be formed. Although you may feel out of control during such times, you do not need to resist the process. There is no need to attempt to impose your own sense of order upon the greater plan. You do not need to seek solutions, for there is no problem here in need of solving. What has been is being cleared away in preparation for the next chapter in your life. Have faith, all is well. Do not fear. You may see the life you have known appears to be ending. You may find that the things that you used to do or the way you used to think no longer seem as relevant as they once were. You may feel your relationships and friendships are changing. You got that different perception, right? And we do change. Some may even be ending. Perhaps you find you no longer have the energy or motivation to keep certain relationships going in your life. However, your energy is meant to be withdrawing from what it once supported. This is not an abandonment or betrayal. This is not selfish. It is honest. When you trust in your spiritual growth, all that happens is love. That means that even an apparent loss always serves love, whether that is immediately obvious or not. It is sometimes necessary for both parties to become free to live their true destiny. Life is a loving, creative journey for your soul. That means there will be times when the very thing you have worked towards needs to crumble so that the next evolution of your soul manifestation upon the earth can take place. It is natural, and although it can be challenging, to trust in a greater creative process during times when it seems as though there is only chaos and confusion, you are strong enough to spiritually do so. To feel peace during such times, you must trust in your own inner knowing over what appears to be. Okay, so you're divinely scheduled to evolve at this point in your life. Can you sense an exciting growth phase happening for you? There is another way for you to live, to be, to thrive and love in this world, and you are rapidly heading towards it. This is a time to surrender control and allow a higher power to direct your course. Many exciting new opportunities, situations, and connections will come into your life as a result of what you are experiencing now. It is all part of a greater divine intelligence unfolding in loving service to your own sacred life path. Have faith and stay true to your spiritual principles. Trust in an unfolding higher plan. Know that all changes in your life serve your higher good. The universe knows what you need and is in the process of delivering it to you now. All is happening for a greater purpose. You can flow with the changes in loving trust. Your perfect time for resurrection will follow this deconstruction, and it will occur in the perfect way. The invocation, which I'll put up on the screen. I call upon the loving genius of divine order that is manifesting itself in my life now. I have gratitude for the grace, compassion, truth, and liberation that is expressing itself through the changes now happening, out or soon to happen in my life. Thank you for always guiding me onto my truest and most joyful path. I ask through unconditional love for assistance, insight, and support to help me trust in the plan of love unfolding in my life. I ask for the same gift for all living beings. Through divine grace and my own free will, so be it. No, they want what's best for us. And it's really hard to see when you're going through something, but I'm sure you guys have been through really, been through terrible things, and you come out the other side of it and you're like, oh, that's why that happened. Oh my gosh, thank gosh that happened. If this wouldn't have happened with so and so, I wouldn't have met them. And it's always for a reason, whether we can see it at the moment or not. It always comes out. Here's the invocation is down here. If you want to screenshot that, hopefully you can see it. And on that note, I'm going to close this reading. It's been a long one. Thank you for all of you who are still here through the end. Thank you for being here. And when I say that, I mean that in more ways than one. My, namaste, as in the light in me sees the light in you. If you can't see the light within yourself right now, you will. You will soon. Until then, follow my light. Come back here for guidance, a pick-me-up, love, light, always a message that you need to hear wherever you're at in your recovery. What did I say at the beginning? That was pretty good, huh? 17 days, 17 hours, 17 years. I don't care. I'm just glad you're here, Really glad you're here. In so many ways. Thanks a lot, guys. See you next time.